Good morning, all of you.
Morning, sir.
Good
Good,
morning, sir.
good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so in today's class, we're going to see about some exist, any, all. Okay, if you're writing some subqueries, we can use a equal to, in class, between class. So if you're using a any subqueries, so if you're using a subqueries, we can use a equal to. We can use it in class. We can use a not in class, or not equal to class, not in class, and then we can use between. We can also use exist, not exist, not exist, any, all. So these are all relational operators we use in the subqueries. So let me show you this here. Okay. So if you're expecting only one record, from the subquery, you can use equal to and not equal to. These two things you can give it. If you're expecting a single value, you can give a either equal to or not equal to. From the subquery, if you're expecting only single value, okay, you can give this one. And one important thing, from the subquery, we can get only one column. We can't get the multiple columns from the subquery. We can't get the multiple columns from the subquery. We can get only one column. It may be a single row or multiple rows, but only one column can be selected from the subquery. Yes, do you understand? From the subquery, we can select only one column, not multiple columns. It may be one row or multiple rows. We may get a one row or multiple rows from the subquery, but it must be a one column. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you're expecting only one row from the subquery, you can go with the equal to or not equal to. But if you're getting multiple rows, if you're expecting multiple rows from the subquery, go for in or not in. Go for in or not in. Because you're checking for one value. So for example, I'm checking for a 10, but in the subquery, I'm getting a 10, 20, 30. In that case, we cannot go with the equal to. So either we go with the in or not in. Okay. Then if you are checking for a range, you can use a between. Okay. You can check for a between. If a single value, you are checking for single value, not multiple values. Single value only. Your subquery is returning a single row. Okay, a single column. Right? But you're checking for a range. In that case, we go with the between class. You are least bothered about the value that is coming from the subquery. You are least bothered about the value that is coming from the subquery, but you want to know whether records are selected in the subquery or not. Whether records are selected from the subquery or not. In that case, We go for exist. I'll show you the examples for the exist. Okay, and not exist. If you get multiple rows, if any one of these, if any one of this is selected here, okay, if any one of these is matched here, then I want that. It's almost like a in class, almost like in class. In class is also same. My value is matching to one of these selected values of the subquery. In that case, we can use in class. In class and any is almost similar. If it is matched to any of these rows coming from the subquery, so then select the outer row. If it is matching to all the okay, for example, all the rows, if it is matching to all the rows of the subquery, then only I need that row. So this is called a all. So let me execute some examples here. First of all, exist. Okay, let me go to the WC schools and we see exist. If the customer has any orders, I want that customer into the output. Do you understand? Get the customers who has orders. Do you understand? Get the
Yes, sir.
customer who has orders. Okay. So now I can write in a multiple ways. Okay, I can write this query in multiple ways. Select star to get the customers who has orders. Get the customers who has orders. Okay. Then we have already seen this where customer ID equal to or in. Yes, please go to mute. Mr. Rahman. Okay. So select star from customers where customer ID in select customer ID from orders. So right, I want the customers who has orders. So 74 customers are having orders. Are you clear with this? First, the subquery is executed and it is going to list out the customers, and then outer query executes and it will give the customers if the customer ID is available in the subquery. Are you clear with this? We have already seen this in the subqueries. Yes, one of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. I rewrite this query in a different way. See here. Star from customers where exist. Select orders where a dot customer ID equal to a dot customer ID. See here. Select star from customers where exist. I don't want to check. I don't want to check with a value. I want to know whether subquery is returning any rows or not. But I'm not checking with the value of the subquery. I'm not checking the value of the subquery. I'm checking whether the subquery is returning rows or not. Whether the subquery is returning rows or not. Yes, do you understand? It's a correlated subquery. Okay. For every outer row, my inner query executes once again. select one from orders where A dot customer ID equal to B dot customer ID. Do you understand? Here,
Yes, sir.
my subquery is returning one. One is just a value. I don't want any column from the subquery, but I want to know whether this condition is met or not. Is there any rows which are matching to this condition? If there are some rows which are matching to the condition, for example, if there are 3 orders from the customer, one customer, so it will start from outer table. It starts from outer table. It takes the first customer. It goes to the inner query, and you assume that there are 3 orders for the customers, 3 orders for the customers. Then we get 1, 1, 1. For all the 3 orders, we get 1. We don't get any value from the subquery. We get 1, 1, 1. 3 times we get 1, 1, 1. And this is going to check exist. Is there any rows returned from the subquery? I'm not checking with the value of the subquery. I'm checking whether the rows are returned from the subquery or not. Do you understand the exist? Exist doesn't check the value. Exist check whether the condition is met in the subquery. Is there any rows returned from the subquery? All of you.
Yes, sir.
So let me execute it. 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. Orders P. Here I got the same result. This is exists. Exists. Exist check whether the subquery is returning any rows or not. If there are no rows returned for that condition, okay, that row will not be selected in the outer table. So exist, it will just check whether the rows are returned or not. If the rows are returned, it will become true. If the rows are not returned, it will become false. Generally, we go for exist. When you go for exist, we give a select one or A or B, something, anything we can give it. Because I don't want to return any value, but I cannot leave a select without any columns. I cannot leave like this. I cannot leave like this. So generally, we give a one, select one from orders, okay, where A dot customer ID equal to B dot customer ID. So it is going to check whether the subquery is returning rows or not. Are we clear? So not exist. Who doesn't have a orders, not exist. So there are 17 customers who doesn't have a orders. And 74 customers are having orders. So exist doesn't check with a value. Exit check with a number of rows returned or not. If any row is returned from the subquery, it will become true. If you understand this exist, I'll go to the next topic.
Yes.
And important, when you use exist, we don't select any columns or any columns here. We just select one. Nothing. You can select anything. So instead of taking the value from the table, we select one. Say for example, there are 3 rows selected. 3 rows are selected from the subquery for this customer. We get a 1, 1, 1, 3 times 1, 1, 1. It's not taking a customer ID. It's not taking a order details. It is taking only 1, 1, 1, 1. 3 times it is appearing. But is there any rows returned from the subquery? Yes. One is written 3 times. Then rows are returned from the subquery. Then it will become true. Take another customer who doesn't have any orders. Okay, select one. So it will become null. No rows selected from the subquery. No rows selected from the subquery. Now exist become false. I'm checking, is there an existence for this customer? Is there any orders existing for the customers? No. In that case, that row will not be selected. Okay. So next one. Any is almost similar to, okay, for example, Any. One second. Any. One second. Right. I'll take examples of this. So, any. Select product name from products where product ID equal to any. Select the product ID from order details where quantity is greater than 1000. That means in the order details for any product, if the order quantity is greater than 1000, okay, that means if any product is having a greater than 1000, actually, yeah, any is useful. In is useful for exact values. Sorry for that. In and any are not exactly same. In is going to check a value, matched value. Any is going to check a uh, product. Sorry, it's also same. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. It's almost similar. In and any are almost similar. For example, let me rewrite it. First, we'll execute it. So, what is this? I want products from the product table which are having order details greater than 1000 in the quantity. So if the product is sold more than 1000 quantity for any order, not for all the orders, for any order, I want those products from the product table. Select the product name from products where product ID equal to any. What's wrong here? I just copied the same example what they have given. Select product name from products where product ID equal to any. Select product ID from product details, order details where quantity is greater than. What's wrong here? Would not prepare a statement but near select syntax. Okay. Okay. Select star. There is something wrong. It is there query only. I think equal to or any.
I think customer ID do we need to
What's that?
customer ID in the place of product ID.
No, product ID only. Product ID only. How can we match a customer ID with product ID? There is something wrong here. Select star from where product ID equal to any. Select.
The space between any and select subquery.
I don't think so. Select star from products where product ID any. Select product ID from. Mhm. Hold a second. Let me execute my mainframe. this query is given in the W3 schools, but that itself is not working. Generally, it should not be like that. Select star from products where product ID equal to, for example, both are not running. Let me execute it in our mainframe. Just leave it. Let me execute it in the mainframe. Okay. Yeah, we'll see this a little later. Any and all, we see it in our mainframe instead of W3 schools. Yeah. So let's see some scalar functions. Some important scalar functions. Substring, did we see it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then cast, if null, OLC, concat. So let's see some scalar functions from the DB2. There are a lot of scalar functions, but we don't need all of them. We need only few of them. Okay, we need only few of them. See here, these are all scalar functions, but we don't use any of these. Very few we use it. Okay. Yeah, Koelski we use it. Okay, so Koelski, and it's all like this. See here, we have already seen as Koelski. In case if you have a mobile number and then office telephone number, office landline number, and a home landline number. So whichever is having a not null value, it is going to be taken. Concat. So we can concatenate multiple strings. For example, select concat first name comma last name. So now we get the data by combining the first name and last name. One second, my mainframe is not running. Let's see. So first of all, list out what are all the scalar functions required. Then we see each one of these. Substring. Substring. Even char, I think. So character concatenate. That means a conversion of characters. Convert into character. For example, examples will be there. So one is a date, one is a USA. Okay. So it is going to be converted into date string. So if you want to convert amounts as well as characters, I want to concatenate these. If you want to combine these, then we use a char. We'll see all these examples. Yeah. So char is also required. First list out. Let me list out all the functions. Char and date, day. A lot of functions are there like date. We can extract date. We can extract year. We can extract a month. We can extract a day. We can extract last day. These are all various functions available. Day of month. So day of month. Nothing but day of month. So we can extract day of week. We'll see all this. Day of week. Day of year. Days. Day of year. Days. These are all scalar functions which are very, very important. Not required. These are all not required. Not required. If null. Sorry. It's already given. If null. If null. Okay. If null. Julian day. Julian day. What's that? Julian day. Next, L case. L case. That means a lowercase. Lowercase. L case. U case. So case conversions. L trim, R trim. Pip. These are some more. And max, minimum. These are not aggregate functions here. These are scalar functions. Next day. Next day. Replace. Replace. Round. Round. Yeah, some of these are not working in our version. Row ID is not working. Then, yeah, I think strip already seen. Substring. Two character, two date, two number. Two case value, value function. Yeah. Yes, I think these are enough. These are enough. So a lot of scalar functions are here. Out of that, very few we use it. Okay. So let me go to the mainframe. Okay. Let me execute each of these. So we have already seen substring. For example, I want to select first 10 bytes of a or first 5 bytes of a name. For example, select employee number, comma, employee number, comma, substr of last name, comma, 1, comma, 5. I want only first 5 bytes of a name from here. Guys, do you understand? I'm taking 5 bytes from the last name. I'm not taking the entire string. I'm not taking the entire value of the last name. I'm taking only first 5 bytes of this. So 1, comma, 5. Here, only 5 bytes are selected. In this, there is no 5 bytes at all. The name itself is of 4 bytes. That's why it is showing only 4 bytes. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
And very important note, aggregate functions cannot be used in the where condition, whereas scalar functions can be used in the where condition because it's a row function. It's a row function. For every row, while selecting the row, it's going to apply this row function. So that means scalar functions can be used in the where condition. For example, where, so let me show you, where substr substring of last name, comma 1, comma 1 equal to a or else m. You understand? So aggregate function cannot be given in the where condition, but scalar function can be given in a where condition. Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Let me show you. I got 3 rows from this table. Out of 40 rows, 42 rows, only 3 rows are selected because only those 3 rows are having a last name. The first character of the last name is having a M. So hope you understand about a substring. The next one, we'll see it cast little later. Or else, I want to combine salary is and then salary. Do you understand? I want to see that salary is and then salary. Salary equal to and then salary. See here. Salary from EMP. I got the salary like this. But I want to see here salary equal to and then its salary. Do you understand? Salary equal to and then salary. Guys, do you understand the requirement?
Yes, sir.
Now we can convert. See, we need to concatenate 2 things here. Salary and then, okay, first of all, let me show you that. Let me show you. Select first name, employee number, employee number. 1 second, someone is trying to join here. Select employee number, comma, first name, comma, last name from EMP. I want to concatenate these two. In that case, what I can use is a parallel pipes or else concat as full name. You understand? Select employee number and concatenation. So parallel pipes, nothing but a double parallel pipes, okay? Parallel pipes, nothing but a concatenation. So let's see here. Okay, or else I do it like this. I put a comma in the quotes. Again a parallel pipes. So first name, comma, last name as full name. See here. First name, comma, last name as a full name. Do you understand? So this is called a parallel pipe, which is used for concatenation of the strings. Concatenation of the strings. Guys, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But I want to give a salary equal to is a string and the salary is a decimal. Salary equal to is a string, salary is a decimal. I want to concatenate those two. Salary equal to and then salary. Now, This is a constant salary equal to parallel pipe and then salary. So which is not correct. So we cannot use a parallel pipes. We cannot use a parallel pipes on a decimal columns. On a date columns, we cannot use it. We can use parallel pipes only on a character fields. But is it a character or a decimal?
Decimal.
Decimal. So we
Decimal.
cannot concatenate. That's why we convert that salary into character. That is a char. Conversion is going to be happen here. So from the decimal, it's going to be converted into character, and then it is concatenated here. Here, salary equal to. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to concatenate, okay, for example, date I want to concatenate date. So joining date. Parallel pipes. Joining date is a string. I'm concatenating that with a higher date. But it's not possible. That's the reason what we need to do is a character. We need to convert that higher date into character. Then you can concatenate it as DOJ, date of joining. Here, joining date is yes. Do you understand? If you want to concatenate a string with a decimal or integer or a date or a time, a timestamp, whatever it is, you need to convert that into character first. Then you can concatenate it. Hope you understand this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And very important note, we can use all the scalar functions in where condition, in a where condition. Okay. Next one. If null, we have seen that. Or no? If null,
Yes, sir.
it's all like this. If my salary and I want to combine salary and bonus. Okay, salary plus bonus is a null column. Assume bonus is a null column. In that case, if null bonus comma 0. In case if the bonus is a null, give a 0 in the place of null. Otherwise, total resultant become a null if any of this bonus is null for that row. For a first employee, bonus is a grade, not a null. It is having a value. We get a value into the output. For a second employee, salary is having a value, but bonus is a null. So we get a total as a null. Okay. Right. Next one. Same. Koelski or value function, all are similar. Let's please go to mute. You know who is that? So value function. So if null function, coalesce function, value function, almost similar. But coalesce can be used with a multiple arguments. If null and value should be used only with the 2 arguments. Okay. Then concat. Concat is not much used because it has some problem. I'll tell you here. Instead of that, we use a parallel pipes. See here, first name, concat, I'll show you. Concat, first name, comma, last name. Only two arguments can be given in a concat. Only two arguments can be given in a concat as full name 1. I'm also using a parallel pipes here. You tell me which is a readable. So now I execute both of these. Okay. 1 second. There is something. Yeah. I need a parallel pipe. So out of these two, which is more readable? You tell me. Is this readable or is this readable?
Full name
So
1.
next one.
Full name 1 or full name 2?
Full name 2.
Second
Is
full
readable
name
because
2.
we have a comma separator here. Okay. A separator comma is available here. First name, comma, last name. But here we can use only two arguments. We cannot use the third argument at all. But in a parallel pipes, we can use n number of arguments. N number of arguments. That's why we don't use the concat. Instead of that, we use the parallel pipes to combine the strings. Okay. So concat is not much used. So we have seen character to convert any integer or decimal or date into character before we concatenate that with another string. Do you understand? Character is used to convert decimals into character before we go for a string manipulation to concatenate it with other string. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we see date and time related functions. There is a table called, if you don't want to use any table, sys ibm dot sys dummy1. Sys ibm dot sys dummy1. For example, I want to use some arithmetic operations. So I want to use my DB2 for arithmetic operation where I don't have a calculator. I want to do some arithmetic operations. 50 multiplied by 25. Okay. Select 50 multiplied by 25 from. I don't want any table. I don't need a table. But there is a, without a from class, we cannot run the select statement. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So for that, sys ibm dot sys dummy1 is a default table that is given. In Oracle, it's a dual. If you don't have a table, use a table dual. Okay. So here, 50 multiplied by 25 from sys.sysdummy1. Now I get a result. Okay. When you don't have a table, when you don't need a table, use a sys.sysdummy1 as a table. So for example, I want a date, current space date. This is a system column, no underscores, no hyphens. Current space date, current space time, current space timestamp, from system.system. See here, I got a date, time, and a timestamp. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, from the current date, I want only year. I want to know the year, current year. Year from current date. See here, I want a year from the current date, 2022. I want a month from the current date. These are all scalar functions. Month from the current date. I got the month. I got the day. I want a date. Day from the current date. 23. So year, month, day. We got three things here. Year, month, date. These are all scalar functions. So there is a query like, how do you get employees who joined in the 2021? How do you get employees who joined in the 1970? We don't have a date of 2020. Threats are from EMP, where hire date between 1970 01 and 1970 01 12 31st. Is this correct or not? I want employees who joined in 1970. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I got only one record. This guy joined in a 1970 08 15, August 15, 1970. But instead of going like this, I can simply use a year of hire date equal to 1970. Year of hire date. If the year of hire date is equal to 1970, I want that. 1 second. Okay, sorry for that. I think it's a numeric data. Yeah. If you use only year, it's a numeric. If it's only month, it's a numeric. But if you use the entire date, it's a, you have to keep the value in the quotes. Do you understand? Yes, I don't know why people are dropping down and coming again. So 39, 30 people, 25 people. So those who are not interested, please do not
Hello,
join.
sir. Hello. Sir, I have question.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Uh, we have selected the employees who joined the date, particular date. You have written the query. But I have question. If we join the name and the last name using the concate and the date, so is this possible?
Yes, yes, we can join all these dates, but we have
Because
to
you
convert the
told
date.
because because you told that we can use the normal query with concate.
That's what you have to convert that into a string. You mean to say concat or else parallel pipes?
It's a parallel byte. Sorry.
You can use a character function, char. Convert the date into character first. Then you concatenate with a anything you want.
So last name and name are already in characters.
Of course, but that,
Yeah.
for that we
So
don't need a character function.
yeah,
Directly is a parallel pipes. But if you want to add decimals, integers, okay,
yeah,
dates,
yeah.
timestamp,
Then we need
then you need
characters.
to convert into character first before you go for a parallel pipes.
Okay, okay, sir.
Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Go to the mute, please. So take the year from the hire date. Take the month from the hire date. We can take all these where month equal to, for example, I want to get employees who joined in the month March from any year, who joined in the month of March from any year, like this. So these people joined in the month of March. If you want who joined in the so and so year and month, first you get the year and then month. For both, you need to write up two conditions. Okay, one is for a year, one is for a month. So we can select leave it. We can get the current date. Say, for example, if current date is there, current date is there. Like I can get a year from the current date, any date field. I'm using a date, current date here, but you can use these functions on any date fields. year from the current date, month from the current date, day from the current date, last day, from the current date, here all these functions we can use it. So date, year, month, day, last day, day of month, day of week, day of year, day of month, day of week. And this can be used anywhere. Day of year. These are all scalar functions. Days, Julian day. And days. So we can get all these from the, let's see. So this is a year, this is a month, this is a day, and this is the last day of this month. This month, day of week is the fourth day. So it starts from Monday. Start from Sunday. Sorry for that. Start from Sunday. Sunday equal to 1, Monday equal to 2, Tuesday equal to 3, and Wednesday equal to 4. So what is our weekday? 4 means a Wednesday,
Wednesday.
right? Julian day, so day of year. Today is the 54th day of these 365 days. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
31 plus 23. 31 from the January, 23 from the February. 54th day of 365 days. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Next, Julian day. So, Julian day. I have a confusion here. 1 second. Julian day, Julian day, Julian date or Julian day? 1 second. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. We'll hold it. Days. What is this days? I think it's a number of days between 1900 to current date. So which is not much important. So leave about a Julian days. Julian date is there. Do we have a Julian date? Do we have a Julian date? What Julian day? Sorry. Yeah. No. Leave it. I'm not sure about this Julian day and days. Leave it. Days is, I think, the. Can you someone calculate like 1900 to current year? Okay, I think we can calculate it.
So Julian day is on the that table.
1 second, I'll tell you. Not even that. Okay, fine. Leave about that Julian day and okay days. And well, let's see case. Sometimes the data may be in the small case. Select start from MP, where, say for example, HAAS, where last name equal to so did we get a record here? There is a name called horse, but that's there in the capital case. But I am checking here with a small case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So case sensitive, data is a case sensitive. Syntax is not case sensitive, but data is a case sensitive in mainframe. Okay, so that's the reason. For example, L case. First you convert that into L case, lowercase, and then check with this. Now we got it. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Generally we use a U case, not a L case. Okay. If you suspect the data may be in the mixed case or maybe in the lower case, first you convert that into uppercase and then check the condition. Something like this. You have a doubt whether it may be in the small case or a capital case. In that case, use U case and then check the value like this. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
U case is for uppercase translation, L case is for lowercase translation. Okay. L trim. I'll show you here. Okay, R trim we can't find it, but L trim we can find it. Okay, let me show you. Here, I have data like this. Assume I have data like this, where I have some leading spaces and trailing spaces in the both first name and last name. Right? There are leading spaces and trailing spaces. Let me show you. So I got a lot of spaces here. I want to remove those spaces. In that case, what I do, assume this is a data coming from first name. Assume that this is the data coming from the first time. Instead of a hard-coded value, use a column name. So for that, what I can do is a L trim. L trim. Okay. L trim means the left side data will be done. See here the difference L trim. Now we got the left side data is truncated. Can you see that? The left side spaces are truncated. Yes or no? L trim. Left side spaces will be truncated. Then R trim.
Right side data electricity.
Yes, sir. Exactly. See here, we have spaces here also. Let me show you. Not like this. I want to show you here only. So I want to trim the right side spaces. Here, left side spaces are not truncated, but right side spaces are truncated. Can you see that? These are truncated. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So we can use both L trim and R trim. So L trim of R trim of. Now both are truncated. See here, left side spaces are truncated, right side spaces are truncated. So what is used? R trim of L trim.
These are looking at combined.
Yeah.
If I want to
Remove,
one
when you're concatenating a strings, remove the See, generally trailing spaces will be, if it is a column, if there is a data in the right side, it will be truncated automatically. Sorry for that. It's not concatenated. Sorry for that. We have to remove the trailing spaces and leading spaces. If it's a varchar, if the varchar column, then it will be truncated. But if it is a character field, it will not truncate the right side column spaces or left side spaces. So that's the reason when you are concatenating a names, first name and last name, so remove the trailing spaces and leading spaces and then concatenate it. Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we use a L trim and R trim in the concatenation extensively. And we can also use a strip. It means remove from both the sides. So instead of using a R trim of L trim, we can directly use a strip. Are you clear?
Yes.
Max. Okay. Select. Okay. Line number, comma, max of bonus, comma. Okay, for example, like this. For example, like this. I want to add salary plus, if whichever is maximum. For example, if bonus is maximum than commission, take the bonus. If the commission is maximum than bonus, take the commission. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I want to add a salary with either bonus or commissions, whichever is bigger. So in that case, max of bonus, comma, commission as full salary. That's total salary. So whichever is bigger out of these two, it's not a aggregate function. Important. It's not aggregate function. Aggregate function of the max contains only one column, but scalar function max contains multiple columns, more than one column. Max is there in a aggregate function as well as scalar function. What is the difference? If the max is having a single column, it's a aggregate function. If the max is having more than one column, it's a scalar function. Do you understand? Or else we can simply write like this. Here, select max of 10, 20, 30, okay, 20, minimum of 10, 30, 20. Here, what's the maximum of these three?
30.
What's the minimum of these three?
10.
Like this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
It's a scalar function, not a aggregate function. Sorry for that. I have an interview now. So let's catch up at 11 o'clock. I have an interview at 10:30. What's the next interview? Okay. I have an interview at 10:30. Okay. From 10:30 to 11, I have an interview. Then I'll take a class again at 11 o'clock. Is that okay with you?
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.